Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one, and this is a big box. This is a beautiful box that would fit all sorts in, and I kind of had it in mind for maybe knitted goods. So perhaps if you make knitted socks or beautiful scarves or things like that, and I just thought it was a beautiful box, and it is a lidded box, and I just wanted to keep it quite simple and quite stylish, and apparently Fennel agrees. So I'm going to show you how to make it. You need 2 pieces of cardstock, one that measures 8 by 11 inches, and that will be the base of the box, and another one that measures 6 by 9, which will make the lid. So in metric, you're going to go for 28 by 20 centimetres on your biggest one, and the second one is going to be 15 by 23 centimetres, and that's going to be your lid. So, hello Fennel. She's just sat outside the office door staring at me. So with the base, very, very simple to make this. We're going to score it at 2 inches on all 4 sides. In metric, you're going to score it at 5 centimetres on all 4 sides. So, oh! That would be the gap then. 2 inches all 4 sides, 5 centimetres. Okay, now the lid, we're going to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides, or 2.5 centimetres, but we're going to make a sort of little, kind of like a butt bar. And when I cut down my piece of cardstock, this is what I cut off it. So you can see the bottom there. So these are the pieces I cut off. I've hung on to them because they're going to make a kind of sort of shim idea. So when you pop it off to one side, align your cardstock up by that, it just moves it out down here by a fraction, well all the way down, but you can see it down there just by a fraction, and it's enough to make your box sit beautifully over the base, or your lid sit beautifully over the base, but without it buckling. So 1 inch, whoops, 2.5 centimetres on all 4 sides, and I've chosen to use the same colour because I know then they're going to be the same thickness. I wouldn't use a piece of Whisper White because that would be too thin. I wouldn't use a piece of Basic Black because that would be too thick. Although they're the same weight, they are compressed slightly differently. So that just means that I know this is going to sit beautifully over the top. Okay, she's sitting right on the grid paper. Yes, her fur is in shot. Okay, the stamping on the top, and this was Island Indigo. This is Tempting Turquoise. I've gone for the Birthday Blooms, which I think this is such a beautiful stamp set. When I was designing it, I half thought about having a tag coming off with one of these sentiments, but I decided I was actually just going to keep it to the image. So there's my beautiful flower, and it fits on an, what size block is that? That's an E block, so that's the one you want. On there, and I'm going to ink it all up, and I'm doing tone on tone. So this is Tempting Turquoise going on to Tempting Turquoise, which when the ink is stamped onto white, it's the same colour. When it's stamped onto this, when it's stamped onto itself, it becomes the same colour. So where do I want to position this? Over here to one side. So it's inside all of these gaps, but to the left. So you can see you get this darker image, but it is the same tone. Okay, now I'm looking for my bone folder. Hello, oh, she's giving me such a filthy look. I'm sorry, am I not giving you attention, Fennel? Oh, she wants to help. If I put her on the floor, she'll only jump back up. We've all seen her in the videos before. And she's molting as well, so there's going to be fur flying, literally, as well. So, come around, burnish all your score lines, and then, let's get big scissors, here we go. Cut into these squares. So, somebody asked me the question recently, I'm going to have to put this on autofocus. Where do I cut? So, if you, there we go. This is essentially a ridge. So you cut the ridge away, so you cut just to one side of it into the part you want to keep, and you can see that ridge now kind of belongs to here, and you miter it away. So this is perfectly straight. And what I've got now is a mitered edge, so I'll show you that again because we're going to go the opposite side now. So this part here, perfectly smooth, perfectly straight. That's where my knobbly bit is, and I shall cut that away. Okay, I'm going to take that off autofocus and shift my grid paper. I think she slid it when she jumped up. She's very curious. She's probably going to start battling these bits of cardstock that are flying now. And then exactly the same on this part, so we're going to just cut up a miter. She's yawning at me now. Well, she's not, she's kind of making funny faces. Does anybody else craft with their pets on the desk? I know it's not just me. One of the girls in my team showed a beautiful photograph of her cat right on her desk and then had knocked a project off. That was useful. We adore our pets and animals though, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to put this together and I'm going to use fuse on this. I've had a few questions about fuse recently and about how to use it. Now fuse you use have a really light touch. You're not pushing hard because all you're going to do is make the tape catch on itself. So it's a nice light touch and you flick down and flick away, come down, flick away. If you push it hard you're not going to get a good result, so it is a real fairy-like, feather-like touch that you've got on it. You know, don't push hard or anything. It doesn't matter whether you go slow or fast, but just gentle. And I'm folding those in to create the base of the box. So I'm taking this edge here and lining it up. Did I give you the measurements of the box when it's finished? I don't think I did, and the cat sat on them now. So it is 7 inches wide, 2 inches tall and 4 inches that way, which in metric is 18 centimetres by 10 by 5. She's really giving me a dirty look. If you could see her facial expression. Okay, that was not... Move out of the way, Fennel. She has got the cutest face. So, fuse on here as well. And the reason you flick it away is because it is a strong glue, and you sort of end up with these sort of stringy bits if you don't. And exactly the same way as we did the base, just line up the top. And that now will fit over the base with no buckling. Fabulous, huh? Okay, now to finish it off, I've got the beautiful silver satin ribbon, which I have a funny feeling might not be long enough. So, it won't have to be a knot. So I'm starting at the top because it comes all the way round the corners. So you start on one side and you just keep catching it in the places you want it to go. Oh, maybe there is enough. There is just enough. Oh, actually, there we go. So I'm holding it in place, catching it round the side, going it over and coming round again. And it does naturally follow the undulations of the box. I don't know if that's the right word. Did I stamp my flower upside down? Oh dear, I stamped my flower upside down. That's okay, we'll just come this way. I can't believe I did that. My flower's upside down, but it's okay because we'll just do it the other way. So, and I'm going to tie a bow in that. And this ribbon is so beautiful. It was the ribbon, the beautiful grey. It's a dove grey more than pure silver. And the dove grey of the ribbon was what stopped me putting further decoration on there. Although I do reckon, and we're going to change this very slightly now while I'm doing it, I reckon some Wink of Stella might be rather fabulous on here. So let's just do it. It's not on my original project. I like that. Oh, look at that. Don't you just love it when you change your mind completely? Well, actually not completely, you just, you know, further decorate and embellish. And Wink of Stella is brilliant for that. You don't need to, I shake it the first time I use it, but when you're in the midst of a project, you don't need to keep squeezing it or anything, because the glitter is constantly moving in the suspended liquid. I made that mistake when I first got Wink of Stella, and I squeezed it and then thought I needed to keep squeezing it and just ended up blobbing everywhere. So, oh, I don't know how well you're seeing that in this light. It's lovely. Oh, I'm glad I did that. Changed my mind. But anyway, beautiful gift box. Can you see that glitter? And it's never going to show up in photographs. We know I can't take those photos. But I love it. And it's good, and it's easy, and it's simple, and it's not difficult to make. And Fennel approves. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.